losing weight does not mean depriving yourself. In my opinion, I'll probably get flack for this as a coach, but it does not have to mean depriving yourself. When I first started losing weight, granted, it wasn't the most blissful journey. I just started doing what I thought I should do, which was cutting back my portions. So what I would do, I was still working in a salon full time. We would go out to eat to like Carlos O'Kelly's, and what I would do is I would just split my meal in half. I remember specifically these specific events, going out to Arby's, because I still wanted Arby's. Like, I wanted to treat myself and not just always cook at home. I would get, you know, my market fresh sandwich with my fries, and I would just eat half. Like, I ate half the fries, ate half the sandwich, because the difference was before I was eating the whole plate at Carlos O'Kelly's or the whole meal at Arby's. So in order for me to still treat myself or to not feel like I was depriving myself of all these foods, I would just cut my portions in half. I was able to lose all my weight. All the weight that I needed to lose, I was able to do it with that mentality. Now, granted, it probably took longer because I didn't know all the things that I know now. But what I do know is that it's not about deprivation. It is absolutely not. Because if you tell yourself that you can't have something, that is literally all you think about. It consumes your mind. If you tell yourself, I can't eat cake, then every time you're in a situation where cake is there, it's like this, dang it, I really want that, I really want that, I really want that. Dang it, I can't have it, can't have it, can't have it. Come on, come on. It's like this battle, and we don't want to have to do that. Because then what happens is then when you give in, you feel so guilty for giving in because you told yourself you couldn't have it that you're like overindulging. And then it's like 7 pieces of cake later, and you're like, dang it, I shouldn't have eaten it. So what I do is I tell myself I can have it. If you tell yourself, you know what, I can have whatever I want, suddenly that desire is like not there anymore. And what else I do, here's another little trick that I like to do. I tell myself I can have it at the end of the day. All right, you know what, I want that piece of cake, but I will have it at the end of the day. So all my meals leading up to that are clean. They're, you know, as healthy can be. And then at the end of the night, I will have that little piece of cake. Why? Because I've done everything perfect. Now, obviously, like I've said before, nothing's perfect. But if I tell myself that I'm allowed this piece of cake, allowed, whatever that means, this piece of cake, then I eat really well beforehand, and then I have a little sliver. Like, it's all about cutting down the portion sizes. That's what's huge. Like, we're in an overweight situation because we overindulge in everything, right? We eat way too much cake. We eat way too much pasta at our meals. We ate, you know, burgers and fries and everything in such abundance. That's how we get in that situation. So to lose weight, it's all about cutting back those portion sizes. So instead of like, you know, this size of cake that I might have normally eaten, maybe it's this big. It's all about sizing. And so you can definitely have whatever you want, but I would just cut back on portions. Make sure that it's in a healthy moderation, you know. Dieting is about balance. I don't like to use the word dieting because to me it's a nutritional lifestyle, but if you want to call it dieting, it's about balance. You can't be 100% healthy all of the time because it just doesn't work like that. So my advice to you is still allow yourself to have those things that you want, but just try to watch the portion sizes, you know, and maybe like I said, you tell yourself, you know what, I will have that. If you're having a really major craving, be like, you know what, I will have a little bag of chips, but I'm gonna save it for my supper tonight. Doing something like that like allows you to eat healthy throughout the rest of the day, and then by the time you get to that where you're allowing yourself to have that indulgence or that craving, it's not so like hardcore that you are like ravenous and like, you know, really binging on it. So that's my tip. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I will see you later.